Hello, it's Collette from the Sacred Rose Temple, and I'm here to give you this week's energy report. I'm really happy to do this energy report, actually. It's been quite brutal over the last probably 8, 9 months of me doing these recordings, and there seems to be a bit of let up that you'll all be very pleased to hear. We're coming into quite some exciting energies, and the astrologists are saying that this is the biggest week of the year. They did say that in March. So I know that they get really excited about the shifts, but I do have been listening to all that's been going on and would also agree that there is some big movements energetically. I've been feeling them within my own personal landscape too. So what's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. We've got the biggest lunation of the year, and that's the full moon in Sagittarius occurring on Tuesday evening. And this is absolutely, powerful medicine. The Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. And so we're getting a lot of energies connected to hope and faith and abundance. It has felt like a long grind of us being in energy that has felt quite laborious and like the grind, if I'm going to be honest. We have been really circling deeply in some spirals of healing that's felt very unprogressive. But as my analyst always reminds me, everything's in a spiral, Collette, and the spiral gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And sometimes when we retouch things, we're retouching them at a deeper level. It's not because we failed and we didn't get there. So I think that spiral has been very obvious that we've been taken into some familiar spirals that we've been dealing with and almost feeling like, wow, have I not healed this yet? Or why is this coming back up? Because of course we don't truly heal anything. We just like move and transform and liberate ourselves into the next level and so the cycle keeps going. But we're actually going to feel like we've made some headway. Isn't that good news? And the headway that we've made with the work that we've been doing on ourselves is going to bring in some new opportunities from the very place that's felt like a grind or a wound or actually very painful for some of us. So things are going to get better. Do you want me to say that again? Yes, things are going to get better. What we find in this full moon is that truths are going to be challenged. Truth is going to come up significantly, your own truth, universal truth, and things that we've believed to be true that we need to shift our belief about. I was kind of doing a class on this week for the Crone Druidess course, and we were speaking about speaking our truth, not being fixated that it's right or wrong, because of course, who owns truth? But indeed sharing our truth. It's paramount that we share truth. Having, studied Clarissa Pinkola, the Women That Runs with Wolves text over the past 2 years with women, it's so, undervalued the amount of truth that we need to speak out as women, and particularly women, because I'll share why. But yeah, truth is being sovereign. Truth is knowing that your truth is your truth. It might be right, it might be wrong, but it belongs to you, and you have a right to speak that out. But also, on the other hand, to challenge that as well. Like, what truths do I hold? What are they rooted in? What are they embedded in? So, what we'll see here is that we have some availability to shift beliefs. Something might be revealed to us, something we've held true, something we thought was true may shift, and something is revealed. Something was revealed to me about somebody's behavior this week that absolutely flabbergasted me. And I realized that it was a truth that I didn't want to taste actually or take because it involved looking at myself more deeply. So, yeah, the truth will be revealed. Information that you get about you, about someone else, about something, and you'll have to try and digest that and pull away from a belief that you've held. And this truth might be bitter, but it is a medicine. And so I want you to remember that the bitter truth is sometimes, more often than not, the medicine. So you will get medicine from swallowing this truth, but it's going to pull us forward away from the past. It's going to take us away from the past. We're going to be glad that the past happened, actually, because it will shift our perspective and we'll see things in a different light. I certainly did with this truth that was revealed, and over, the last year that I've been in pain and feeling things, I'm feeling relief and lightness and thinking, thank God that happened. So the area of your life that has been in the focus at the moment is coming up to expand even more. So the places that have been showing are going to become successful for you over the next year. Uh, we might have those very areas, say relationship, might be work, family, whatever it is. We might get conflicting perspectives. And I'm in one of those conflicting perspectives right now. It could be, do you stay or do you go? Do you do this or do you do that? Is that as an option to stay single or in partnership? And you might be kind of really, really in between the two. And that's okay. It's okay to be in the contracting perspectives. We're always told in Jungian psychology that if we hold the tension of the opposites, we come into a third space that is actually more soul driven, is less of control or wounding, but actually quite a soul place to go. In religion texts, they talk about the mandala as, or the Vesica Pisces, as the place where two opposites come together and create life. So I really feel that that's happening for us at the moment. We just have to sit in it, sit in the two opposites, and really not be forced to control it or try to shift, but see what opens up for us. So that's paramount as we move through this full moon. And the last thing I want to talk about with regards to the full moon is just think about the energy of rebellion. I think we're going to see quite a lot of rebellion. There's lots of riots going on in our world. And you might feel the rebellious one in you. But this was something I taught last week too with women in their crone years, is sometimes rebellion is needed in the younger years. Like we have a rebellious self that needs to be seen and heard, the archetype of the rebel. But when we get older and wiser, what we need to understand is that sometimes rebellion robs us of sovereignty. And this full moon is truly trying to bring in some sovereignty. Where am I sovereign? When I speak my truth, I'm sovereign. When I share what I want, what I need, what I want my life to look like, I'm sovereign. When I state my boundaries, when I say, well, actually, this is what I want, it makes you sovereign. And sovereignty is going to lead us really into a different shift in our lives of this is what I want. This is a big question that's coming up in this year is, who are you? What do you want? And you understanding you, knowing what you want, noticing where you enmesh and blend with another. We see it all the time. I definitely see it in the feminine world that women who have been amazing at their work, they get with a guy and then they lose their body of work and they enmesh with them. I'm not always saying it's wrong. Sometimes it's soul work together, but has the woman really questioned, like, where have I enmeshed? Where have I lost the sense of myself, my work, what I was doing? We do this in marriage, we do it in motherhood, we do it all over the place as women. So it's about regaining the sovereignty and being with another, whoever that is, friend, lover, parent, and not enmeshing, not losing ourselves. This is truly about you finding you and you understanding you. So yeah, it's pretty radical. So finally, I want to just talk about the fact that Jupiter moves into Cancer today for 1 year. And the reason that this is important for me is because it was in Gemini. And Gemini, I think we've all felt it, has been very logical, mind focused. We've been kind of in anxiety, overthinking things. And Jupiter is an amplifier of whatever sign it's in. So Jupiter amplified all that heady stuff of Gemini, and Gemini is quite bitty energy. It doesn't like really go into anything deeply. It kind of takes lots of things, puts it in the mind and picks at it. But Cancer is a real blessing for us for Jupiter as an amplifier to be in there, because Cancer is about expansion and growth. Cancer really relates to what I just spoke about returning home to ourself. honoring our emotions, our needs, what we want, who we are, what we're here to do as an individual. And the energy of Cancer is so beautiful because it's very feminine. It's very divine feminine. It's very mother energy. It's sensitive. It's a sanctuary, a home, a place of the self. It's about the body. It really allows us to reparent ourselves here. We can really, and I've really truly felt that. Honestly, I have. In the year I've just had, just truly grounding in my own mothering of me, and I've just developed some rituals and ceremonies that I'm doing now that really honor myself and nurture myself. So doing hypnosis and have like self-care rituals that I've been doing, and just, yeah, just really loving this mothering, nurturing energy that I hold that I've always dispersed onto others, onto myself. And it's been pretty beautiful, actually. So you could think about that in the sense of, how do you mother yourself? How can you come back to the sanctuary of nurturing within yourself? What does that look like? What does it call for in you? It calls us into our true roles, into our true rhythms and our true needs, not the rhythms and the roles where we lose ourselves, or not the rhythms and the roles that are dysfunctional and don't serve us. So it's really about getting that routine right, really about coming back to home. What does your home look like? What does your home feel like? What would you like to do in your home that would make it more nurturing? And being full of Venus, I really honestly take a lot of time in my own home space to create beauty, roses, flowers, candles. I really like to create sensual space. And so I want you to think about that in your own home space. How can home be more nurturing and loving for you? So while comfort is going to be really important, it's also a shadow aspect to Cancer. Like, don't get too comfortable, don't get stuck, don't lock yourself away in your home. Like, the home is the safe space to come back to. Make sure that you're also venturing out of that safety. And I heard somebody say this week that Cancer's kind of the safety of the nurturing mother, not the moody child. So watch you not being the moody child, but are indeed the nurturing mother. So this is sacred medicine. All of this is sacred medicine. I would really say that this energy in Cancer is going to bring us back to our bodies. Are we doing somatic movement? Are we doing yoga? Are we doing practice that allows us to really connect and feel and work in the body? Because if you're working in the body, I mean, this has been my fundamental discipline for 28 years. I'm saying it's 30 now. In 30 years, I've been working in yoga and somatic practices, and this is truly home for me, and it's really where I found myself. And I think with the logic and the mind of Gemini that we've just been through, and that more masculine energy that is logical and thinking and overthinking and sabotaging and bringing it all into the thought, that we get the opportunity now to sink deep in the body. And the body is full of wisdom. It really is. It's full of your wants. It's full of your desires. It's full of your dreams, of your sensuality, of your connection to the beloved and to nature and to others. So really honor this year. It's going to get a full bloody gorgeous year with this Cancerian energy running through us, and Jupiter really amplifying it. So yeah, this is a beautiful opportunity to really to fall back in love with yourself. That's what it feels like, to really honor yourself and know that when you do that, then you have the capacity and the scope to be equally as honorable and loving to others. Yeah, big one. So I'm going to love you all and leave you for this week. There's more going on, but there's just so much that I'll probably drip feed some other things as the week goes on. So have a blessed week. Hope that you find opportunity to expand into this energy and sense it for yourself, but sending you love. Bye for now.